A century of conflict. The Armenia-Azerbaijan conundrum. The South Caucasus, a region nestled at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, has long been a crucible of geopolitical competition. At the heart of this intricate web of alliances and rivalries lies the protracted conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan, two former Soviet republics with a history steeped in both shared heritage and deep-seated animosities. The epicenter of this conflict is Nagorno-Karabakh, a mountainous enclave internationally recognized as part of Azerbaijan, but populated predominantly by ethnic Armenians. The roots of the conflict can be traced back to the twilight years of the Russian Empire and the chaotic aftermath of the First World War. Amidst the collapse of empires and the redrawing of borders, both Armenia and Azerbaijan laid claim to Nagorno-Karabakh, setting the stage for decades of simmering tensions and sporadic violence. The Soviet era, while suppressing overt conflict, did little to resolve the underlying issues, as the region's fate remained hostage to Moscow's divide-and-rule tactics. With the disintegration of the Soviet Union in 1991, the long-dormant conflict erupted into a full-scale war between Armenia and Azerbaijan, resulting in tens of thousands of casualties and displacing hundreds of thousands more. A Russian-brokered ceasefire in 1994 halted the fighting but failed to deliver a lasting peace. Nagorno-Karabakh, along with several adjacent Azerbaijani districts, remained under the control of Armenian forces, a constant source of tension and a major obstacle to regional cooperation. For nearly 3 decades, the international community, led by the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe Minsk Group, co-chaired by France, Russia, and the United States, sought a peaceful resolution to the conflict. However, these efforts proved largely futile, as both sides remained entrenched in their positions, unwilling to compromise on core issues such as the status of Nagorno-Karabakh and the return of displaced populations. The protracted stalemate had profound consequences for both Armenia and Azerbaijan, hindering their economic development, perpetuating a climate of fear and mistrust, and fueling militarization and regional instability. Moreover, the unresolved conflict cast a long shadow over the South Caucasus, impeding regional integration and transforming the region into an arena for proxy conflicts and great power competition. Shifting sands. The 2020 and 2023 conflicts and their aftermath. In 2020, Armenia and Azerbaijan clashed over Nagorno-Karabakh, shattering the South Caucasus's balance of power. Azerbaijan, with Turkish support, launched a decisive offensive, reclaiming territories. The 44-day war ended with a Russian-brokered ceasefire, altering the region's dynamics. Russian peacekeepers were deployed, but tensions reignited in 2023. Azerbaijan swiftly took over Nagorno-Karabakh, displacing thousands. The conflicts reshaped the geopolitical landscape, diminishing Russia's influence and elevating Turkey's role. Turkey's strategic calculus, balancing Azerbaijan and regional ambitions. Turkey, a NATO member with a long history of engagement in the Caucasus, has played an increasingly assertive role in the region, particularly in the aftermath of the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh war. Ankara's unwavering support for Azerbaijan, both militarily and diplomatically, has been instrumental in Baku's military successes and its assertive stance in the post-war negotiations. This robust partnership, rooted in shared ethnic and linguistic ties, has positioned Turkey as a key player in shaping the region's future. However, Turkey's growing influence in the Caucasus is not without its complexities. Ankara's staunch backing of Azerbaijan has come at the expense of its relations with Armenia, which remain deeply strained due to historical grievances and the unresolved Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. Turkey closed its border with Armenia in 1993 in a show of solidarity with Azerbaijan, and despite some tentative steps towards normalization in recent years, the border remains closed, hindering trade and people-to-people contacts. Turkey's stance on Armenia is inextricably linked to its broader regional strategy, which seeks to counter Armenian influence, secure energy corridors from the Caspian Sea to Europe, and establish itself as a leading power in the Caucasus. Ankara views a strong and assertive Azerbaijan as a bulwark against Armenia and a crucial ally in its pursuit of these strategic objectives. Moreover, Turkey's involvement in the Caucasus provides it with leverage vis-à-vis Russia, its traditional rival for influence in the region. Despite its close ties with Azerbaijan, Turkey has also engaged in diplomatic efforts to normalize relations with Armenia, recognizing the potential benefits of regional cooperation and the need to address long-standing grievances. These efforts, however, have been met with skepticism from Yerevan, which views Turkey's overtures as conditional on Armenia's concessions to Azerbaijan, particularly regarding the status of Nagorno-Karabakh. The lack of trust between Armenia and Turkey, compounded by historical baggage and ongoing tensions, remains a major obstacle to reconciliation and regional integration. In the ever-changing landscape of international relations, Russia finds itself seeking new partnerships. As old alliances waver, the need to forge fresh connections becomes paramount. How will these new partnerships shape the region's future? Only time will tell. Over recent years, Russia's influence in the Caucasus has seen a noticeable decline. Emerging power brokers are stepping into the void, altering the balance of power. This shift raises questions about Russia's future role in the region, and who will take the lead in this dynamic environment. The quest for lasting peace in the Caucasus is fraught with challenges. Diplomatic efforts continue, but achieving a stable resolution requires navigating